Hello, it's Jimmy here already. So just got here to look at a Nissan Qashqai. Just pulled up here, so we're going to go inside now and have a look and see what's going on. Okay, so inside the car here we have a red engine management light on, and it looks like that's it really. 92,000 miles. It's a 2013 car. Okay, I'm using the Launch UK Euro Tab 3. I think we'll start from the 2011 Nissan high-speed diagnostic. So we've got 3 faults there, 1 here, 1 in the ADAS. Just wait for that to finish. Usually takes longer like this if it doesn't have the systems there. See, when they turn grey, it's trying to find it, so it takes a little bit longer. CAN communication, particle filter, boost pressure, and P1525 consistent. P1525 I think is the upstream pressure sensor of the turbine. So let's have a look at that. Select from menu, and we're going to look for upstream. Hopefully it's on here. Upstream particle filter temperature. Temperature upstream, no. Let me see if we can find exhaust. Nope, I spelled that wrong. EXH. These Nissans and stuff, they always use like abbreviations, so you gotta try and find a way into it. Okay, so spending some time trying to look here, we can't seem to find any of the information I'm looking for. We've got some stuff up here, but not exactly what I'm looking for. So let's just go in and have a look manually. Okay, so the first thing that usually goes on these is the boost pressure here. You can see there's oil here, but it doesn't look like it's cracked. Maybe it's already been replaced. Oh, we've got here oil around this tube, and a lot of it. So we've probably got a split hose here. Well, it might look like there it's not fitted correctly actually. Looks like we've got a Jubilee clip that's on sort of sideways. Not sure if it's coming from that. We'll get a smoke machine on it maybe and see where we've got a leak. We've definitely got something wrong with this pipe, so I might just take it off and have a look. Okay, so I've just removed this. I'm going to connect up the smoke machine here, remove the inlet air pipe, and we'll get that squeezed up so we've got a nice seal on it. Smoke machine here, get it turned on, and we'll give that a few minutes. That's the smoke 2 from Launch UK there. I think we're going to see maybe smoke from here, possibly also from this area, and then we've got the upstream pressure sensor, which is just behind there. Might have to get these pipes out of the way. That might need unblocking as well. But the main issue is, which I may not be able to get hold of the parts for, is this pipe. You're only going to get this from Nissan itself, so we might not get that straight away. If it's split, it definitely looks like it's split. So it's been running for a few minutes now, and we don't seem to be seeing any smoke coming from anywhere. Definitely feels like we've got pressure in this pipe. Just gotta open up, see if we've definitely got smoke coming through here. Yeah, we have. So I'm just looking over this pipe here, this hose. Doesn't seem to have any cuts on it, and we're not getting any smoke leak from there. It's just that the clamp was sitting crooked down here. I do believe maybe it was just some gases escaping from there. So we've got the smoke machine running again. I'm just going to let it on a little bit longer this time. But it's strangely enough, there's so much build up on there. But I can't seem to see a leak from anywhere. But I can see that this pipe was replaced sometime not long ago because the sticker is still on there. Okay, so I've removed the smoke machine. We can't see any leaks anywhere. So what I've done here, down the back, let me get the torch on. Can't really see it too well. Can't get an angle on it. That red hose just down there. Remove the upstream pressure sensor. Use a drill to get down and clear the pipe out with some guitar cable on it. So we'll go down and break through the blockage on that pipe, which is not allowing it to read the boost pressure properly. Now, the only thing that's confusing me is we've got signs of a leak here, but there's no smoke. Maybe it only comes under a very high pressure, so I'm going to recommend getting all of this pipe ordered that runs down here to the intercooler and just replace that. Looks like someone's replaced this section of it before, but not down here. Okay, now we've got this kit here from Launch UK, DPF cleaning fluid, along with the gun. That's now connected down to that sensor down there. Can't really get a camera in there, but connected up to the compressor at 130 psi. I'm going to run the engine on this because this sensor goes quite close to the turbo on the inlet manifold, so we don't want to backfill the engine. I'm going to run the engine and then we'll get the fluid sprayed in. Okay, now we've got the engine running. We have there 80 grams of soot in the DPF, so once we get that fluid in, we should see these grams of soot start dropping. We can't see the live pressure, unfortunately. There's no graph here that I can find for that, so we're just going to now get the fluid injected in. Okay, so back out here, I'm going to squeeze the trigger, get all of this fluid injected into the engine there, down into the DPF. That hose runs directly down to the exhaust manifold right before the DPF. We've got the compressor running there. Just going to hold the trigger until all of the fluid is gone, and then we might see some smoke or vapour here in a minute once all of this gets in there. See, some of those boost pressure codes as well, they usually get fired off or triggered, sorry, off for that pipe right there, like I said, and this one here. It looks like somebody's already replaced that and this section of the pipe, so some of those codes could be old codes, but we've definitely got some sort of leakage down here, even though we can't seem to verify it with the smoke machine. So this pipe is going to get replaced, and just to mention, like I'm saying, is that there might be that some of those boost codes could be there because of an old fault that it was already rectified. So now that that's done, we can feel a nice flow of air coming from that sensor, from the pipe or hose, sorry. Again, it's just down there. Can't really get you in line with it, but yeah, just there. Now we get all of these plugs reconnected. So I've disconnected this one and the plug to the sensor down here, and also this one right here, just so I could wiggle this around a bit to get my hand in there. Get that back in. Okay, now we'll get back in the car. Of course, we've disconnected some other sensors down there, so we might have some more faults now. We're going to hold the revs up around 3000 RPM. We'll hold them there for a couple of minutes. Now, quickly for a minute, I'm just going to clear the fault codes, read what's coming up, nothing, and we'll go back to the data stream and we'll continue to hold the revs on it again. So we'll see a bit of vapour like that coming from the exhaust. Okay, now we can see that the soot is starting to reduce, which now means that the DPF is unblocked. So we're just going to hold the revs there now for a couple of minutes until that goes down to 0, or as close to it as possible. Anything under 6 grams should be okay. just on 77.2 now. Okay, we're taking the car now on a test drive, and we're just making sure that we haven't got a boost leak, because what we're doing is giving it some full revs uphill as well as on the straight. We don't seem to have any sort of issues with the boost. It seems to be nice and pulling very well. We don't hear any boost leak noises. Usually if you've got a very small boost leak, you would hear some sort of like a hissing sound when you accelerate, and we don't have that. So pretty sure everything seems to be quite good. I think the Jubilee clip that was offline might have been most of the problem there. So that's it. Looks like we are all finished, and we are down to 3.4 grams of soot. All of the faults have now cleared, and it looks like we're just about finished. We'll just run another high-speed scan just to confirm that everything is clear. So we can see there the ECM is clear. We're not worried about this one. We'll cancel that off. So that's it, one Qashqai all finished, and I'll see you on our next video.